broadcasting online 24/7. This is your station for the hits.
Good morning, my beautiful friends. It is 9:32 a.m. and you're listening to me, Jack Henson, with the Morning Muse. The skies are a little overcast here, and it looks like it may start raining later, but it's impossible to dampen our spirits in the studio later today. Do you know why? Because we have a launch of a brand new show. They made it big on their college radio station because of their show's unique concept, which is kind of like real-world news show mixed with a fantasy setting. It's great. It's weird, but it's very, very good. And we are so lucky to have them. And I know you're just as excited as me, if that's even possible. But for now, you'll have to wait. You have to listen to me, which I know that none of you want to do. But hopefully, we can starve off that disappointment with some music and some singing, some love and romance. So, let us face the music and dance to this song here. This is Live in My Head by Elder Kedem.
It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you up.
The radio crackles through speakers that struggle to carry the tune through the halls of an old radio station. The hall's Art Deco light fixtures flicker and hum in tune to the music. Through an open door, we see a sturdy tanker desk holding a modern mixing station near a glass room with some well-loved microphones and padded soundproof panels failing to hide the radio's static bugs. The studio's happy hums are cut by a creak behind a locked door. The sounds of the building hold their breath, waiting. Second creak makes the room go even quieter. Even the room tone holds its breath. Nothing dares make a sound. Till a third gives the all clear, and the station starts singing again. Outside, we see the station and the hill that it sits atop. Large pine trees surround the station, beaten only by the signal tower in its height, and a settled fog that winds its way through the trees and obscures the city below. A figure leans against the door of the station, keys in hand, playing a game on their phone. In the distance, we hear a car making its way up the hill, on the only road toward the station.
So Vic pulls up in a blacked out Challenger, pretty beat up, very loud, very kind of noisily, kind of revs into this parking lot. Not even going that fast. It's just a rough ass car. Stick shift. They take their kind of spiked, like heeled Doc Marten boot off of the pedal and gather all of their stuff. They have a bunch of different bags that they bring in with them, a backpack, like a large kind of briefcase looking thing. And I think they kind of step up to the door. They are on the taller side, about 5'9". Pretty average build, maybe a bit thicker on the bottom. They're wearing a pantsuit, like a wide-legged pantsuit on the bottom with like a vest top, and a plaid kind of back-bustled jacket over it. All of it looks like it probably came from a secondhand shop, but in a really stylish way. She's got a kind of cute little hat with a wide brim, sort of sloped over her forehead as she takes out the keys. And her hands shake gently as she inserts the key into the lock for the first time.
You spot, as you get closer to the door, a masculine person in a slightly ruffled but ultimately tidy suit. They come around the corner as they hear you putting the key in. They have sharp features. You might describe them as slightly fox-like if you were to use animal iconography. Oh, hey, you are for the new show, right? The name is
Iflin.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Our Iflin Life. That's you, right?
Yeah. Hey, I'm Vic. Who are you?
Hi, Vic. My name is Reed. It's nice to meet you. I was just here to make sure that, you got in okay to text the boss. But that's great. I'm glad you got here. You already got the keys. We're all set up for today, right? Your show is in... They check a watch on them. In like 7-8 hours is your first broadcast. So we have everything prepped for today.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I need. Got some coolers in the back in case people need snacks. You have vending machines inside, or?
Yeah, we have some vending machines and coffee in the green room that you're welcome to use. There's no one recording today, so it's literally just you four on your own.
Nice, okay. Any deliveries or messages I gotta look out for?
No, nothing. No, not today. It's purely just your station. We're not expecting anyone. It's just booked you to plan and then perform. And then when
Cool.
you're done, or we just like lock up because you already have the keys. Lock up and then give me a text that you got out, and then that's it. That's all we need.
Cool. All right. Thank you. Is your information inside? Do you have a card?
Yeah, I got a card. Right. Well, since you're all situated, I'll be off. They walk past you to the only other car in the parking lot, starts it, and then they drive off. As your key is now in the door, and after they drive, you get a on your phone. Looking at it, you see that you have an email from a huge fast food chain that you had some minor correspondence with, which is Food Bucket. And this is Food Bucket's marketing manager. You just have an email saying, "Good luck on today's episode. They would love to get the ball rolling on sponsorship since we are national now. So if you could get just a small commercial endorsement spot said by any of the hosts, that would be a great start. Thanks, Vicky."
Well, I've moved mountains before. I think she pulls like a really interesting looking vape pen out of the pocket near her lapel and takes like a long pull as she opens the door and like takes a really deep breath as she exhales. Her skin in the light is kind of like a really deep kind of sienna color, and she wears rings on all of her fingers. And she kind of jingles softly as she walks in for the first time with her necklaces and her bracelets and things like that.
You walk in, and the jingle that you naturally give off kind of echoes and bounces down the hall. It's a nice building, old definitely, but pretty well looked after. There is, of course, that smell of like slight must, but that's to be expected in places like this. You are fully on your own, save for the light hum of a large neon sign that says Connections 95.8 and the low tin of someone else's show going on the speakers. So, Sloan, you're arriving. What does your character's car look like? Or do they even arrive in a car? Do they get an Uber? How do they get there?
So, my character is driving a 2004 Mercury Sable GS. Just the color of dirt if dirt was dusty and dust if dust was dirty. There is a large crack in the front window that kind of goes from the center to the upper driver's side, just in an arc, which, like, you could try and replace it or fill it, but, like, what's the point? It's not going to go anywhere, it's just there. It's got a bunch of dents and scrapes on it, indications of perhaps poor spatial awareness or maybe a little bit of zoning out while driving. And also it is covered in bumper stickers. There are so many bumper stickers on the back of her car, namely ones that say things like, "Please don't honk at me, I'll cry," or a picture of Ted Cruz that says, "This man ate my son," just like a rainbow with a Kermit the Frog adjacent character without copyright that's like the Rainbow Connection or something like that. Just a whole bunch of bumper stickers. Going, I would say, I'm going to put it at a humble 10 over the speed limit.
You get into the parking lot, you spot Vic's car already being there.
Oh, yes.
You might have actually passed Reed on the way in, since there is truly only one road going in and out. So you passed someone who you don't really know, and then got in to see just Vic there. What does the inside of her car look like? Pronoun
Absolutely
confirmed.
fabulous question. Yes, she, her pronouns. And the inside of her car has a bunch of Gatorade bottles, sort of like strewn about on the ground, a couple of Red Bulls thrown in there. She, at some point, came upon a bolt of fuzzy pink fabric that she has stapled to the roof of the car to cover it. And has also sort of put it on the backs of her headrest and the passenger side headrest. There's like some scratches and random stains sort of all over the inside of the car. It smells very much like somebody at one point smoked in this car quite a lot, and then somebody drank coffee in this car quite a lot, and then somebody who shall remain nameless tried to cover both of those scents and failed. And yeah, she's got about 3 scented trees hanging from her rear view mirror.
You know when you have like static on a lot and then the static stops and your mind is just at that, like, you're just feeling that very like calm buzz of you don't have anything you need to do right now. You turn the car off and you open the door where there is no responsibilities. It's just you. And you're just sat here. And it's like that moment just before you fall asleep where everything is just perfect. But you know at some point you need to open the door. And you know that tonight's episode needs to be planned and scripted. Have you done anything toward planning and scripting today's episode?
She looks over to the passenger seat and to the, I would say, pile of papers that have been just scribbled on front and back. Her notebook is actually, probably 2 of her notebooks are stacked on top of each other, some with papers hanging out, partially ripped, with just like notes and notes and notes, none of which really make sense or are cohesive, because she was pushing her head against a brick wall trying to come up with ideas for this thing, and finally was just like, I just need to write words on a piece of paper. So effort has been made, and she's got a few things that she's excited to especially bounce off of other people and maybe get some input, but she's feeling a little nervous about the fact that she hasn't really come up with a solid idea, and is really hoping that somehow a miracle will happen, and between the exit of her car and the threshold of the writer's room, a magical idea will appear to her, like a message from the universe.
I do think, however, now it is time to open the door. You don't know how long you've sat in the car with the engine off, but it has been some time.
She tries to remember the calming techniques that she was told about in group therapy and can't really bring any of them to mind. So instead, she just opens the car door.
When you open the car door, there is a small clatter of her license and registration. Her name lands face up toward us. Tell me the name of your character. Or
You
what do you
demand
do?
a
What do you do when
What?
your license and registration falls face up out of the car? What do they look
What?
at?
What is a name? You know, what's a name? You know. Okay. She opens the door, and from where her ID has fallen in between the door and the car seat, because she does not have a wallet, the ID just like clatters to the ground and lands face up. And there is a picture of her with shorter hair, and there is a little piece of duct tape on it over where the name goes. And that piece of duct tape says River. River Lake.
You take what I can imagine is incredibly small steps toward the building.
Yeah, she's shuffling. I mean, she tends to have a pretty forward gait because she's always got places to be, but definitely today she's taken more of her time, which is to say that she's moving faster than most people, but slow for her. River is, I would say, probably about 5'8". She is curvy. She is wearing a flannel shirt underneath a sort of like overall dress, with leggings underneath and some sort of knockoff fuzzy Ugg adjacent boot. She has sort of like a tasseled scarf around her neck and has a bright green beanie on her head. Her hair is cut sort of like to a little bit above shoulder length with bangs. It's a curly, dark sort of mop. Her eyes are very dark and look out from these like octagonally shaped glasses. And she carries a really old ratty bag made out of canvas that looks like one of those bags that grocery stores starting putting out in like the 2010s to be like, we love recycling. But she's just had it forever. And she is shufflingly towards the door. Hello.
Yo.
Hey. Oh my god, you already have everything set up. Fabulous. Wow. Are we allowed to have that in here? And she points to the bottles of liquor that are on the table.
The only instructions I got were make sure we clean up before we leave and to lock the door. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to have a nice recording session today. Yeah? I can't wait to hear what you've got.
I don't know. Right now?
No,
or...
we can wait. We can wait. You can brief everybody together, but,
Okay,
I'm just saying, I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. I'm really excited too. This is insane. Wow, God, it doesn't even feel real. Oh boy. How are you feeling about everything?
Great. Yeah. When everybody gets here, I have something I need to ask. Hoping that...
You know that immediately makes me feel so nervous, right?
Yeah, it's nothing to be nervous about. It's nothing to be nervous about. It's just, part of the gig. You got to have, every great radio station has ads, it'll be quick.
Oh, ads. Yeah, ads.
It's normal.
Okay,
It's part of the
question
gig.
Ads. Great. Okay,
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah, let's wait for everybody else to get here. Whew, I'm so excited.
Hey. Listen, I've known you for a long time. Is this about GMSee? Are you nervous? You're being kind of...
I'm just excited. I mean, yeah, obviously I'm really nervous too, but I'm also really excited. It's like excitement and nerves, which all feels like panic most of the time,
I feel that. I think they sweep you up into like a surprise, like a tack hug.
She for sure hugs back. and just like pats you lightly. She's like hugging you without touching you with her palms because her palms are incredibly sweaty. And she like just into your ears, just like, I'm sorry, I smell like anxiety sweat.
It's okay. It's all right. Honestly, it's not a bad smell. You're good. They kind of like stand back and look at you approvingly.
She gives a big smile and puts her hands on her hips and just like strikes a pose and is doing that thing where like you just pose awkwardly because you don't know how to be normal in that situation. But like she and Vic have known each other for long enough, and she feels comfortable enough with Vic that like she knows that Vic understands that this is just her being her.
Yeah, as she kind of like moves away back out of your personal space, I think there's like a lingering look. Like are you sure you're okay, my friend? But she doesn't press it. Like they just move away and like give you your space, but they definitely are like, you're good. You're great, you know.
Thanks. You know what else is great? These Doritos. Excuse me. She's gonna go for the bag and rip into it.
Outside, a third car pulls up.
So, Devon Michael Chorus drives a Jeep. It is a black Jeep that it's not new, it's not fancy, but it is well taken care of. GMSee does has received this car from parents, you know, while he's saving up, and he has taken care of it. It's something that it taking care of it respects the offer and gift that his parents had given to him. And so he pulls in, windows are all down. He's listening to alt hits from the early 2000s. You are capable and deserving of love. All right, let's do this.
As you open the door and you say this affirmation to yourself, you get a text. Your agent is very much in your corner. Is a like ride or die, gives you huge opportunities and tries constantly. Is like really very good for arguably what could be a first agent of yours. The text that you get. Big opportunity tonight. I'm excited to hear the show. Everyone is going to love you. But remember, your show got popular because of you. Their show got more popular because of a gimmick. Make this your show now. Signed by Zeke.
Thanks. Could not have done it without you. Z, catch you later. Thanks again, GMSee.
There's that weird hum that happens to the world when it snows, when everything is just incredibly quiet, and it feels slightly like unnatural, but that same feeling also happens when it is very foggy. In the past few hours, this very large fog has rolled in, and now you can barely see past like the second set of trees that surround this radio station, and there is that almost comforting buzz of all of the sound getting soaked up in this tree line. As you sit and you kind of absorb that feeling, it's broken by another.
A very unique cacophonous sound of heavy metal just loud enough to drown out like the screeching mess of a car whose power steering and brake fluid and everything that you can imagine is perpetually leaking and is not really being well maintained. In the car, if you were to catch her in your rear view mirror, she is singing very loudly, arm like kind of hanging out the window, and then also like in the middle seat here, there is just like a cardboard like thing that is sort of like in the middle, like coming up, like resting on the other one of her arms, and she's like sort of stabilizing that. You will see that the front door is actually, there's bungee cords that have the front door held in place to the back door. So she just sort of like hops out the front window and onto the ground, is wearing big combat boots, black jeans, black t-shirt, black fishnet stockings under the black t-shirt, smoky eye that's left the realm of smoky a little bit, dyed black, like very clearly dyed black, curly hair, that blue toned black. She's gonna hop out of the car, then reach back in to turn off the music, and then pull out the cardboard cutout.
DMC hears the heavy metal and like starts bobbing his head like he's enjoying it too, and throws up the international symbol for rock in Charlie's direction because he loves this vibe. Charlie gets out the car, sees DMC in what can only be described as a yearning for 90s grunge. It is jeans that are slightly too tight, a slightly oversized flannel, and a Reed Band Books tee. He is a little bit on the shorter side, about around 5'6", 5'7", close cropped hair, and looks like he's from a country that was colonized by Spain.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you. Yeah, so you, are you not going in? You changed your mind?
Oh, no, I was just answering a text. How you doing, Charbar?
Yeah. Come again?
No, I can do something else.
No, Charbar.
Oh, you don't like it? Okay,
No, I just...
We'll workshop it.
What's the bar for?
I
Like,
I don't know.
Is it a reference?
No, it kind of like your name is Charlie, taking the char part of Charlie, rhyming it with something bar. I mean like candy bar. It's pretty sweet, right? Just char bar. No, you don't like it.
No, I think it's you just kind of came up with that, and that's great. That's awesome. That you kind of just like, you're off the cuff. I like that about you. Yeah.
We should go inside.
Let's head inside. And we'll take the giant cardboard cutout of a dragon wearing sunglasses, and shouting, "Hey!"
Do you need help with that? No? I think when we enter, DMC announces, DMC and Charlie in the house.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're down here.
Yo.
Hey, yeah, just down the hall. She sticks her head out of the doorway and just like waves down the hallway. Hi. Does like a gasp to Charlie and like waves very obnoxiously to her. Hey. As soon as Charlie is next to her, just like slings an arm over her shoulder in the very familiar way that old friends do, just like not even really thinking about it, just hug.
Oh man, you got the anxiety sweats. You good?
Okay, we don't need to say it out loud. Like maybe I can say it out loud, but we don't all need to say it out loud. We don't need to comment on it.
I mean, do we need to take a 10?
Hey, listen. And she like shows you her hand and it is covered in Dorito dust. And she's like, I'm taking a 10.
You're working on it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
When River throws this very familiar arm around Charlie, and they walk in together chatting, how does DMC feel?
I think while that exchange is going on, DMC pushes past to see the digs, see what the new equipment is, see if Vic is anywhere in the room or like in the booth or something, just so that I don't have to be an awkward presence around these two friends.
Vic is leaning up against kind of the soundboard, an area that doesn't have any buttons on it so that their butt doesn't mess with the tech. And they're just kind of smoking their pen. They kind of nod to Charlie. And on their way to kind of welcome DMC, Charlie, you feel like a low dap, like their knuckles, looking for yours as they kind of pass you. So Vic approaches you. They don't usually wear any kind of makeup. It's just usually a black lip gloss. She kind of just smiles, like a welcoming smile. Hey, it's good to see you.
Oh,
are you excited?
You too. This is awesome. Look where we are.
Right,
we're doing it.
Right? I got your favorite snacks. I've got sparkling water. We've got tequila and whiskey for later on when we want to celebrate.
Yo, T-dubs?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So, hey, you got nerves? What's going on with you?
Me? Just pre-show nerves like anything else.
Yeah.
But no, we got this. This is the show is well tested. People like it. We just got to do more of that, right?
That's all.
Just more of this.
Listen, I picked you because you and River have fantastic chemistry. You look good together. You sound good together. That improv show that she dragged me to was great, surprisingly. And I think the best thing to come out of it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is the best thing to come out of it. Now we have this whole new approach. Our higher ups are pretty excited, thrilled, even. Charlie is
great.
Charlie's great. Charlie is great.
No. I think honestly, I think Charlie makes the show.
Charlie does make the show.
Special sauce.
But I also know that Charlie doesn't love change always. And your change, how's that been? Any friction?
We did the test together. Love River. We got great chemistry. I think we just need to get in there and start recording and just let the magic fly.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a meeting in a couple minutes. We've got some things to say. I think River wants to address everybody and go over their show notes. And I've got something small to ask that's not a big deal. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Charlie, as River goes back to their snack Dorito pile and DMC and Vic talk, you get a small buzz on your phone. You have a subreddit for your show, and there's a new post. It's just people being like, "Oh, I'm excited for tonight. I'm looking forward to the first show after they get picked up by this." Someone commented that it's a bit of a shame that you're not in more of a host seat because you are just so sweet. You seem so nice. There was an episode where you asked if River was okay, and comment just says, it just seems like they're really good friends. Another comment, yeah, but they're not in a lot of pictures together. It's it seems like Vic doesn't take a lot of pictures, so I don't actually think they're real friends. But I'm sure she's fine. But I don't know. There might be something there. And then the comments start just slowly becoming this, almost theorizing on your friendship.
I find like a couch or whatever in this green room to laze upon as I stare at this. And like, it wouldn't be easy to tell this at first, even knowing Charlie for very long. But there is, after like a few minutes, River would probably pick up on the familiar, like, click-clack of, like, a comment being typed and deleted. And typed and deleted. And typed and deleted.
She throws a Dorito over at Charlie and says, "Stop doom scrolling," through, like, a mouthful of chips.
Sure, but would you say that we're friends, enemies, or a secret third thing?
What?
I'm just, the crowd wants to know, and
Oh my God, are you on the
I
Reddit?
hate that our...
Charlie,
No, I'm just asking because I am doing a Buffy quiz.
Yeah, okay, yes. Well, you know what? Actually, that is very believable, but I fucking know you're on the Reddit. I really think that you should think about deleting that app from your phone. But, like, who cares what they're saying? It just... I mean, I get it, but, like, listen, if you put a comment in there, they're just gonna, like, use that as fuel for their fire. They're obsessing over something very minuscule. And it's honestly, it's not really their business. But
so not.
If you were to ask me, I would say that we are friends, enemies, and also a secret third thing.
Good. That's the right answer.
It is the right answer.
I do think that my process of typing and deleting is much like the ritualistic burning of your diary statements at the
Charlie
at the end of the year. It's like it's therapeutic.
So do we want to do this now? We think like now's that we want to drag this out, huh? We're gonna talk about our coping mechanisms, because we can talk about it. if you wanna bring that out.
We don't need to talk about it. All right. Oh. What do you got for today?
That was a cruel change of subject, Charlie, and I don't appreciate it at all. And she's like smiling as she says it. Kind of has an ever-present smile, is the kind of person that smiles when she is nervous and also angry and also happy and also sad. And she gives a little giggle and then sort of sighs and grabs like a handful of paper towels and just starts like smearing the Dorito dust off of her hands. I have had a little bit of trouble coming up with stuff for today. I think probably just because the nerves are getting in the way. But I did write some stuff out and I shipped some things to Vic and they were into some of those things. And I figured, I thought that before I settled on anything, I would bring it to the full table so that Devon could have some input.
That's like, I can't find any flaw in that plan. Yeah, no, that's a good plan. Well, just let me know how I can help. I'll be around. Also, where do we want to put Charles? Green room or recording booth? Do you think?
I feel like recording booth. Like we gotta
stare at him while
we gotta. Yeah. Also, like, I feel like we should do some like BTS for this, and everyone's gonna love it.
Yeah.
If he's in there with us.
Yeah. I'll make TikToks. It'll be good.
You talk about doing that like you're an old man.
I gotta film some TikToks for the.
You're gonna film some TikToks, Grandpa.
For the youth.
You do hear an alarm go off, just a phone alarm, like a phone buzz, not like a big alarm, from Vic's phone. As I imagine Vic has set a timer to when the meeting has to begin.
You have 10 minutes to bullshit.
10 minutes to vibe. The meeting is precisely at this time. Just to give you an idea of space in this place, there are several rooms here. There's the main entrance that you all walked in, the hallway, of course. There is the green room recording booth. There is a security office, a regular, admin office, and a writer's room, which is just it has a large table and several other chairs around it, some bean bags, mainly a place for people to go and gab and gossip. It's a nice building. It's has that slight smell of must, but you know that almost comforting smell of must that you find in antique stores and when you go into old church halls. I don't know if people have been there, but it has that kind of musk smell. All the doors are open and they're nice. All of the equipment is pretty okay. The computers aren't the highest tech. I think they probably capped out at Windows XP, but I mean, hey, they work.
They may be blind to me, just wait and see. Just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Everyone meets in the writer's room. There's a whiteboard with pens. You can write stuff on.
Yeah, bringing in the snacks. The crinkle of snack bags and maybe the clunk of a bottle of tequila. And I guess River probably just turns around and is like, well, how's everybody feeling?
And ready to go. Let's go.
Feeling pretty good? Yeah. This is great. First of all, thanks, which is kind of silly, but thank you for being here. I don't know. I just want to start this off by just basking in it a little bit. Vic, thank you so much for getting us this opportunity. You worked so hard for it, and we worked so hard for it, and you especially worked so hard for it. Woo! I said that already, but I just, clap, and there's the awkward sound of 3 people clapping while Vic stands there. And Charlie, you literally have been with me since the very, very beginning, and obviously could not have done any of this without you and your hard work and your intelligence and skill. And just I appreciate you so much, and I'm so glad that we get to bring you, get to stay together and be together for this. And and Devon, so nice to have you on the team.
It's an honor, really.
Yeah, it's really, really I'm so excited. When Vic told me that you were going to be joining our team, I was just so thrilled. Which you know, obviously, because I've already told you.
Would not be here without any of you 3. This is all. I'm just here.
Yeah. But since we've done all of that, let's talk about run of show. I have a couple of notes, and I left most of them in my car. But I do have my notebook here. But I kind of wanted to throw out a couple of things and then leave it open because I'd really like everyone to maybe have a bit of input on this first go around. So, I sent out that text saying hey, keep an eye out for fun news stories or anything like that. So if y'all want to if you have a notes list, you want to break that out, let's sit down and get to it. Let's brainstorm this thing. I definitely want to include something that's a little bit lighter. So I found a couple of, sort of funny pieces that we can start with. There was this story out of Florida, and there was this story out of Maine, and I think maybe we can take them and sort of mix them together so that instead of it being either a bear breaking down somebody's front door or a guy ripping off somebody's the back door of somebody's Jeep. It can be like a bear that rips down the door of a wagon.
All of you hear the front door open.
Nobody else is supposed to be here today.
Hello?
Yo! As I called out, like, just out the door into the main entrance hallway. Hold on, I'll go check. I'll pop my head out of the room.
Vic backs you up.
The front door is open. It's just like wide open.
I think maybe the wind opened it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go close it.
Isn't there a key card swipe?
I mean, there's keys that I have that go in the lock, but not a key card swipe.
It's also one of those weighted doors that, like, every time you've opened it, it just shuts behind you.
I'll take a look and just as I'm approaching, I'm just like, "Hello, anyone? Come in."
Can you give me a brains roll, please? First roll of the game.
Oh, I forgot we were playing.
Oh my God.
Hey!
Yeah, we're playing games. We have games.
Yeah.
Get your character sheet out,
Okay.
Chuckles.
I had the dice
Time
ready
to roll
go.
those bones.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
9, because I rolled a d10.
The fog has set in pretty heavy now. Previously, when you couldn't see like past the second line of trees, now you can barely see past the first. Any form of outside influence, the city below is completely covered in fog. The road almost instantly like goes, if you can barely see to the end of the car park. With your 9, you see just next to a tree, just before the fog completely falls away, there is someone standing. Just before they get completely enveloped by the fog. And they are facing toward the door.
I stare until they disappear, contemplate for a second, and spooky. Well, another day in paradise, and I close the door and make sure it just shuts.
Door shuts. There's that satisfying of the door fully shutting. You test it. It's fine. You walk back to the writer's room.
When you walk back in, I'm in the middle of so there's this cat that got elected mayor of a small city in Arizona. So I feel like we could use that. But like instead of cats,
layup.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. What if instead of a cat, it's boy.
Bearcat.
I really think we can bring this. Yeah, Bearcat.
Yeah, bear, unless that already exists in real life, like...
There
maybe-
actually is a Bearcat. It's also known as a binturong. They smell like popcorn.
The Philippines.
That's
right?
unrelated.
The Philippines?
Yeah. Oh, you already knew that.
No. I didn't even know they were called Bearcats.
I did a report on them when I was in like elementary school.
What if dire Bearcat, and we just let people just who know of the binturongs just let them know that.
Shit, that's a good idea. That's a fucking good idea. Yeah. Yes.
Dire Bearcat
Yes.
is the mayor.
Giant letters on the whiteboard. Dire Bearcat.
The door opens again.
Did you lock
What
it?
the fuck?
Hold on.
I got it. No,
I'll get
I
it this
got
time.
Charlie and I stick our heads out the door at the same time.
You're busy. You're busy. I'll get it.
I swear I locked it or latched it. At
Vic
the very
throws you
least.
the keys. Can you make sure it's just we're all sewn up? Nobody else is supposed to be here. I don't know what kind of weird shit's happening, but this is really stupid, and I don't want to get it. We're on a strict schedule, is all I'm saying. Okay, we can't be going to the door every 5 minutes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Vic.
No problem. Yeah.
You go to the door. It's wide open again.
And I'm assuming I see the same like thick fog
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
everything
extremely so.
like enveloping everywhere else.
Can you give me a brains?
I sure can. 3.
Take an adversary token.
Adversity tokens. I was wondering if we were going to use these.
We did. We got an adversity token.
I love adversity token.
It's just foggy out. There's no one there.
Okay. I am gonna use my particular set of skills. I'm gonna slam the door shut, and I'm gonna just go into like any room and find like any, I don't know, desk chair or whatever, just like lodge it underneath the door.
The green room where you just were would be the easiest place to find it. When you and River left, did you shut the door?
I feel like we left it open.
Yeah.
It's shut.
Oh. I would not notice
Yeah.
that. And I would just open it. Yeah.
It's locked.
Oh. Well, Vic gave me keys. So,
And you open it easy.
yeah.
The smell of slight must is a little... It's that thing where it's like, you know when you haven't smelt a room in a while? It's like, oh, that's strong.
Yeah, that's a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that, and you grab a chair. Walk out.
I'll shove it up under the door.
You go back to the writer's room, I imagine.
Yep. I toss Vic the keys back, and yeah, I think that should be handled. I don't know. This place is pretty nice and everything, but apparently not nice enough to have doors that stay shut. Who am I to
Yeah,
judge?
also like good air circulation. It smells like mothballs in here.
Maybe that's why they don't have locks on any of the doors. Just to keep the air flowing.
I'd rather have mothballs and whatever kind of weird must than stale pizza boxes and rotten beer cans. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
No cigarette smells
It's
in
supposed
here.
to be like a
You know.
sterile environment.
Better a little musty than like literally a black mold infestation.
Literally that. Yeah.
Oh,
Arguably.
boy, that was a fun semester.
It was. It was a great semester.
Vic stands up and looks at everybody. Their hair is in kind of thick locks down kind of one side of their faces. Their hat's kind of tilted back so you can see their eyes. They're obviously trying to connect in this moment. You know, y'all should be really proud of yourselves. I know you're saying thank you to me, but I wouldn't be here without any of you. You work really, really hard, and it's taken a lot for us to get here, but, you know, I know it's less than perfect, but it's better than I think any of us really thought it could be back in our days in the studio on campus. It's disgusting. And, like, look what we've graduated to, and imagine where we could be just a year from now. Things blow up all the time. We have all the ingredients we need for success. Seriously. This new person we have here, I know that DMC, you're going to do a great job. Charlie, there's nobody that I trust more than you. You always just bring it, and you come with it every time. And I know that it's going to be perfect. 100% because of you. And River, I mean, this is your baby. This is your baby. And you finally get to see it grow up. You got a little toddler now. I mean, I don't know. I'm not...
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting a little bit, whatever. This is embarrassing. They kind of like wipe some phantom tears from their eyes. It's cool. It's cool. Anyway, yeah, so I was going to say, if you wouldn't mind, in the spirit of togetherness, our first show together, really kind of trying to, in the spirit of unity, there is maybe there's a food bucket in the town. We're all about satire, right? Social satire. So maybe in our new location, there's a food bucket, and maybe, I don't know, Charlie, you can be like a dragon customer that like walks in and orders their double beefy burger
From Food Bucket?
Yeah, I mean, we can call it like ye old food bucket, like with an E, like that.
Okay,
Right?
wait.
Yeah,
wait,
see,
wait.
like,
What if
that's funny,
what
right?
if-
It's
what
good,
if
it's
there
good.
was a thing called the food bucket, and it was just like, it was like a latrine. It's like just like it's like an outhouse, right? Like it's just like I gotta hit the food bucket, man. That's
I like
really
that, actually.
good, right?
I think that's really cute.
Yeah, and then we have food bucket in our world, which
Yeah. Right, except like the latrine is outside and the restaurant is inside, and you can get really delicious food for your family for under $25. Right?
Vic, what is this?
What?
Yeah, you were just talking like, like on the Disney Channel when like they like talk about a soap and then they look directly into the camera. You kind of did that for a second. It was like, I don't know, why do you care about food buckets so much?
Yeah, what is this?
No. I mean, so it's not a big deal.
No. I see what's going on. Like we have this whole writers room
hold
set
on,
up and
DMC,
pitching
I
ideas
think
and
that-
stuff, and Vic just wants to be a part of it. Like that's right. That's
Yeah, and I mean, the people. Peach called. I got an email from Peach. We had a discussion with the corporation last week, and they were really excited to have us on board. They set us up with this as kind of like an introductory experience, plenty of growth potential, as you know, and we got a sponsorship. So maybe there's just just casually there's like a food bucket. I mean, or Charlie, you wanted to be more involved. You could just do like a quick. I think they sent like a 30-second spot that you could just like do a live read as well. That's also an option.
An ad
it's
read?
real quick. You just kind of like a fill.
I mean, that's not really. We haven't really done that.
We
Where
haven't. No.
I mean, we're.
So it's time for firsts today. I thought we were, we were doing new stuff today. You know what? It's cool. Like that. You know what? You're right. That's not punk rock. And I can take care of it. I'll figure
you'll talk
something
to
out.
them.
I'm gonna take care of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
is this?
talk to them.
What is the nature of this? Because it feels like maybe there's something more than just like chill. It doesn't. I don't know. I've never really known like a business to be super cool and chill about something. Is this like an agreement?
I mean, part of our agreement, like we had discussed when we took the deal, was that, we would work with the other brands in the network when we would need to. And yeah, this is just one of those times. I mean, there was
It's like manageable growth, right? Like we're
right.
I got you,
right.
Vic. I got you. I see.
It's,
I see. Maybe we can do something like with
Yeah.
Bucky, like introducing Bucky, the food bucket mascot.
I mean, I think that would be really funny. We can't like make fun of it, so to speak, but it can make fun of itself. Maybe something that's like, I'm so delicious.
Okay, wait.
that-
All right. What are the parameters of this? Because DMC seems to get it, but I'm a little confused. Can you? I think we should talk more about this. Can you tell us more? Like, what are the details?
Yeah, just that you need to put food bucket anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds in or around the podcast. We can I could try to work something out where it is our life sponsored by food bucket, but I felt like maybe that was a little ham-fisted, so that's why I went with like something like more of an insertion into the fiction. It's fine. You know what? Maybe hear me out. Maybe what we do is like we go like real low key with it. And instead of food bucket, it's like, I don't know.
Oh.
Snack basket. I could see if something like that would like maybe bridge the gap. Maybe we don't have to like say them by name.
you mentioned that there was an option for an ad read. And to be honest, when I said that I wanted to be more involved, I did not mean ad reads. However, I do really care about like our universe, so I think I would love to do some ad reads, as long as so that it stays separate
thanks.
from the show itself.
Yeah, totally.
Charlie is just looking at River like a little bit like so that we don't have to have Food Bucket in our universe.
Yeah.
Yo, team player. Hell yeah.
Okay, yes, Charlie, I appreciate that a lot. Can't they just like send us a clip that we can play during our episode, like something we can play before we go to a music break? Like they can send us something that's pre-recorded. You know, I hear HelloFresh do it all the time. They have like people just stick it into the podcast, and I guess it's like different, I don't know, pay tiers or something, but like
we had stuff like this over at the radio station, and certain, you know, some people would buy an amount of time for the DJs to plug their product. This is something like that, right, Vic? Yeah, it's just part of the professionalism of it all. The, you know, like we're here, and we gotta pay to keep the lights on, right? So that Vic, I think like you're gonna talk to them. Back pocket, we got team player Charlie here to do ad reads in case they need us to do it, right?
I just think they should send us something.
Yeah, and Vic will sort that out, right? Like,
yeah,
convey our wants to the network, and then
The problem with that, though, is that the data shows that it's not actually as successful when you do it that way. People know that they're being sold to. But if it's someone like one of you that does the read, they recognize your voice, they recognize the world, and they're interested in the content.
But,
so,
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of, why do they even want to be in our world? We pretty much explicitly make fun of places like Food Bucket. Like, what's the draw? What's the desire? I don't really get it. I feel like it would be awkward and weird.
I mean, you know, it's because we're cool, and a brand associating with a cool brand equals a cooler brand. You know, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I am gonna go, and you guys keep talking. Don't worry about Food Bucket. We're good. I have some ideas, so I'm gonna go take care of that, and I've got your backs. And yeah.
Thanks, Vic. If we do go with the ad read, I'm just thinking, spitballing. Do you think I should do it as me? Do you think maybe it should be Chum, or do you think it should be George St. Rogers, who does the?
I'm not gonna do an ad read.
Yeah.
I mean, Chum is a fan favorite. Here, I have the script. I printed it out, took the liberty, if you don't mind. And you go ahead and make whatever edits you want to it, if you want. You'd be doing us a huge favor. And they kind of slide the paper
I
to you.
reach for it.
Okay.
Or at the very least, she like crushes in close next to Charlie and is like 2 inches away from the script, just like looking at it, reading it.
Yeah.
The script is very much like, Chum Bucket is the perfect place to come on a Friday night. Your whole family can eat for $25 with things like our salted fish fillet, our amazing Food Bucket French fries, 3 orders of hamburger meals just for you and your kids. We've got Bucky, come on down, he'll do a dance.
Jesus.
Like, it's super salesy. Like, it's terrible. It's atrocious.
Is it the full email that Vic printed out, or is it just the script?
It's just the script.
Cool. Thanks, Vic.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Can I take a look?
Sure.
As I raise my hand.
You don't have to raise your hand. Push the script across the table to him.
I grab it and I just look at it and like start practicing it to myself, like as I would back when I was DJing at the radio station, the campus radio station, just very quietly. Okay, family 3, Bucky, we'll do it. Okay.
I don't know. If we do the ad read, we might still be able to do the Food Bucket latrine thing in the show.
They're not gonna let us do.
I don't know. Do you think they're gonna actually listen? They'll
I mean, I think that it'll I don't know how any of this stuff works. I do understand that it's very complicated.
Yeah.
And if we don't like follow whatever contract exists, it's gonna be a lot of harm, more harm than good,
Yeah, contracts.
or something. But Vic said that she would take care of it, so I'm pretty sure we're covered. They've got it.
Sure.
Yeah, and we also have other, like, we have most of the outline done. We should probably finish that before, really diving into the details of one thing.
Yeah. And you know what? Whatever, like, if Vic didn't have it covered, they wouldn't say that they had it covered. So we're set. We're good.
Yeah. Sure.
So let's finish this. Let's wrap this bad boy. And she's gonna jump back into planning.
Did Vic leave the room?
Yeah. Vic kind of slinks to the back of the room and goes out into the hallway and is just furiously emailing, trying to find loopholes and way around.
That fucking door is open again. The chair is halfway across the room.
Hey, guys, I thought you said
Wait,
you fucking secured
where's-
the door. I gave you my keys and everything.
Wait, I put a chair.
Is it open
I put a
again?
whole steel.
It's open again.
Legged chair.
That's not funny.
No, I did.
Seriously, come over here. Come over here. Come look at it. Come look at it. Because, like, I'm already anxious enough. I don't need this. So can you just come in,
Okay,
please?
hold on. I got this. I am going to go to the fucking door. And I walk up to it, and I first of all, I like look into every room that I pass by, just trying to see shit.
All of the doors are like ajar or open.
And I don't see anything in the rooms.
Nope.
I look down the corner of the hallway. And then I just like stick my head out the door and look in both directions out to like check and see if there's no one standing outside. Or anything like that.
Yeah, there's no one standing outside. No need for a roll. You can look as hard or as soft as you want, and there's nothing
Is the
there.
fog still there?
The fog is still there very much.
How cold is it?
It's pretty cold. It's like, yeah, crossing into winter-ish, so
Okay.
it's cold.
Well, this door sucks. But I guess that's why it's so musty in here. It's so freaking humid. And she, like, just grabs the door and is going to push it closed.
As soon as you close it, there's a bop, 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 bop. Every single door down the hallway slams shut. And then through the speakers, your show starts blaring incredibly loud. Like episodes that you have all recorded start echoing through the halls. Past the hall in the recording room, which that door is still very much open. The door inside the recording room that is locked, there is this like someone is like banging furiously at it trying to get in, and it all kind of raises, the lights flicker and get brighter, then all of a sudden everything dies immediately. And the door to the green room opens. Just slightly.
Hell.
That shit wasn't live, was it?
I'm under enough pressure. I don't fucking need this today.
What the fuck?
I don't need this today. What the fuck?
River, just like immediately feeling incredibly alone at this end of the hallway, is going to like rush back towards everybody else. And sort of like
Everyone is standing out in the hall. Yeah.
is going to like cling to whichever body she comes upon first. And is just like, what the fuck? What the shit? What?
Look, this place, I know it's an upgrade, but, they've clearly got some sort of their own mess. We should just call the, I don't know, owner or whatever.
Oh, I've got a guy.
Hey, who the fuck is in here?
DMC is I'm gonna grab the chair that was, and start approaching the door to the green room with the chair in hand, pro wrestler style. Yeah. Call them.
I have the business card of a guy that I met earlier. I'm gonna call him.
Is the door to the writing room closed?
Everything is closed except for the door to the green room. Vic, are you calling Reed?
I am.
As soon as you click call, the number you've called has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
What the fuck? I try like 2 more times, and if it still doesn't work, I try to Google Reed, name of the studio, see if I can find social media.
You are able to get some form of 5G signal. You Google and this place has a manager, and it is Reed. There is a picture of him.
I've pulled my phone out as well, and I'm trying to call the same number. And then I think if it doesn't pick up, she's going to dial her aunt.
Call your aunt, and the same thing.
Fuck. There's a guy that she's been talking to that she was in a school study group with once, and she clicks his name, which is just like a tractor emoji and then a bunch of clover leaves and an eggplant, and then hits that name. Fuck my phone. I can't call anyone. It's giving me the same dial tone every single time. What's going on?
I'm seeing Reed's face. Hold on. Maybe I can email, social media, anything.
Can you DM him?
His email is also on the back of the card.
Oh, great. Send an email.
Yeah.
What am I, fucking 50? She's gonna open her Gmail account and type in the email address and just be what do we even say? What do we even say?
Just ask him to come out. That's what I'm going to say in my tweet.
God, hey, Reed, something weird is happening with the lights, and we think that there might be an intruder in the studio. Please help, or call 911, or both, because that would be helpful. River.
You send it, and it goes. You don't get a bounce back email or anything. It fully sends.
I send a similar DM.
It sends.
All right, so we just wait to hear back.
Wait, what if someone's here?
I feel like
I'm gonna go check it out.
Don't. What? That's
I have a
you can't
chair.
go by yourself.
This is literally exactly what you're not supposed to do. Is go and
Let
do it. Oh,
him be a hero, River.
I'm not a hero. Just we can't just sit here and wait. I can't.
These are steel-toed boots. Just go.
I feel
I'll
like
have your
it's
back.
very reasonable to sit here and wait.
I'm gonna go towards the green room door, and as I'm holding the steel chair, tap it open with my foot very sheepishly. And as it swings open, like I'm gonna almost swing at nothing, like it just prepare, like almost as if I was expecting a dude to be behind the door. What do I see?
As you kick open the door, tap open the door, you don't take a step as people take steps. You just are in another room. Fog covers the walls and comes up to your chest. You are still holding the chair. And then a single spotlight, the metallic hum envelops you. Hello there, beautiful, wonderful people. Thank you so much for listening to episode 1 of Frequencies. And a special thank you to
all of the people who have supported us on Patreon so far, with an extra special thank you to Callum,
Parker Lang,
and Rodrigo.
Thank you, heroes.
Woo!